So, here today with Ross and your lovely Mk4 Supra.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I've been talking to you about this car for years, haven't I? Years and years, trying to get you in the mag, and then we finally met up.
Yep.
Had glorious sunshine all day.
Yep.
And now it's been raining.
Yep.
So
welcome to Scotland.
Welcome to Scotland. But yeah, Ross, you've owned the car for 12 years.
11 years this year. Yep.
Yeah.
11 years. Yep.
So if we could just talk around what you've done to the car, your favourite modifications, and the builds and any future plans you might have for it, that'd be great.
So had the car 11 years. It was a fresh import from GM Imports. Came over with the twin turbo, the 6-speed manual, so it was everything that I wanted. Obviously been black. So I actually had a R33 GTST, so I had that before this, and I just spent a fortune on that, clutch, wheel, suspension, and then this came up from stock, so I seen they had new stock in, I was like, oh, need to have this. So got that, and then since then just obviously did all the modifications, so Riddick's Bodykit, the work wheels, spoiler, big single turbo, which Toyota modification, that's my favourite modification.
Right.
And then Ricardo's seat, so yeah, a few bits and bobs here and there, a couple of pounds spent over in the
couple of quid.
Couple of quid, aye.
So what kind of powers is it running? So obviously it must be
720 horsepower just now. So it's 650 at the hubs, which works out about 720 at the fly. And that's only 1.35 bar. So it is still a stock engine, just a big turbo, 262 cams, injectors, all the usual 5XS6. And then next plans would be to build the engine to go for more power. So it's you could turn it up, but because it's a stock engine, I don't want to go up off. So the money in the engines now, definitely when they're £1,000 for an engine, you can just replace it. But now what, 5-10 grand for an engine, so they want to start buying, having to buy new engines all
talking about the wheels and suspension, she's static, isn't she?
Yes, static, yep.
And what coilovers is she on?
So it's the BCER coilovers all round. And then I fitted a set of the air cups at the front as well. So the BCER, brilliant for obviously driving about, but where I stay is big speed bumps, so I was constantly smashing my bumper. So I got a set of air cups, so it means you can get up and down to go over the bumps, which makes a big difference. But yeah, and then it's got the A-Pot K-Sport brakes on it as well.
Yeah, big set of stoppers on there.
And then Carbotech pads as well.
And then you've got a set of Gucci wheels on there.
Yeah, so the funny reason for that, so I had rotor wheels like most people have. I had the rotor wheels, and then when the value of the car started going up, and all my friends were slagging me saying you can't have rotor wheels in a car that's worth 40-50 grand at that point in time a few years ago. So about 2 years ago I got a set of Red Sports just to have a set of Japanese wheels, and I actually really liked them, but these have always been my dream wheel. I just couldn't justify spending the money, and then through COVID saved up money, and I eventually thought, you know what, it's my dream car, let's just do what I want, and just eventually saved up and bought my dream wheels as well.
Bought your works wheels. What specs are they? How width?
So
what's the width at the front and
so it's
back?
18 all round, 10s at the front and 11s at the rear.
Yeah, nice.
When I ordered them, I was told it'd be fitting, no problems. Got them delivered, went to fit them, and unfortunately the bolts were hitting off the caliper, so I couldn't actually get the fronts on. So the only way to get them to fit was to add a 14mm spacer. But the issue was, I got them custom spec to sit completely flush. So what we had to do was get camber arms as well as the stock camber arms. So it means we could actually pull the whole wheel back into the car, because before it was sticking about like a good bit out of the car. So we got it to manage to a bit here and there, and eventually got them to work, and it actually worked out perfect, which is good.
Nice. I think you mentioned it earlier, but the body kit on it, all carbon. And what's that again, did you say?
So Riddick's.
Riddick's.
Yep, so it's a Riddick's bumper. So Riddick's bumper, the carbon front lip, carbon canards. I actually got full carbon side skirts with the carbon side extensions and carbon extra lip. So what we did for the side skirts, I actually got them painted black with a black tint, and then the clear coat at the bottom so it blends into the car. Because when I first got them, they just looked too stuck on for me. So we kind of blended it in, which looks really nice. And then the back would be standard rear bumper, but then I've got the standard spats and then the carbon diffuser, and then the APR wing, carbon fibre again. And what I've done when I first got the APR wing, I didn't like where it stood, because it stood quite up and straight. So I designed my own brackets and got them custom made for the car as well. So this sits completely different, because the wing that I really wanted was a top secret wing, but they're like silly money and very hard to get, like 2.5-3 grand. I got a really good deal on that years ago, and then got the custom brackets to suit that as well. So interior's not crazy. No. So I've got the Ricardo leathers front seats. I've got the Nardi steering wheel.
Yeah, you've got to have a Nardi steering wheel.
The toucan display. So I actually custom built that. So through COVID and through lockdown, I took the whole dash out, rebuilt the dash, and then where the air vents were, I cut them out and then put the toucan in, so that controls the Civex. You can do it your launch control, anti-lag, so all that gets programmed through the toucan, which is really good.
It's always been one of the best parts of the Supra, isn't it? The dash.
Oh, the dash is my favourite part. And again, nothing against the Mk4, but that's what puts me off, is having the more basic BMW interior. Like, yes, it's a nice interior, but I just love the Supra dash. It's the best place to be. It's just such a nice kind of, even though it's 30 years old, it still feels like quite special. It feels like you're the driver. Yeah.
Feels like a cockpit, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It feels
because
like
the person who designed that was a jet fighter pilot.
Oh, right.
And that's why he designed it like that, actually.
Yeah, I remember in my one years ago, I always felt like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love the new C8 Corvette, because that's got a very similar dash. I really like that as well.
And then, if I lift your boot up, I think you've just got loads of cleaning kit in there at the minute.
Just
so
now, it's just
you haven't got like an install or anything like that.
Just now. So I actually started my install. So through COVID again, through lockdown, I took all my doors off. I did all the speakers, did all the new cables, I did all my sound deadening, and I put a new amplifier in the back of the seat. I got a subwoofer, but just not got around to actually fitting that yet. So I will get around to doing like a nice install at some point, but just other things came priority. So I've got nice front speakers, which I did the tweeters, etc. But that's something I need to finish off, is the boot install.
And then more carbon.
More carbon, yeah. So the carbon bits in the door as well. I was almost going to go for a full carbon dash. I actually had, when I first got it, a fake carbon dash, but it was really plastic. It wasn't a nice dash at all. So what I did, I ripped all that out, sanded it all down, built the toucan, and then painted it matte black to match kind of what the stock would do. Yeah. I did get new Supra kind of leather bits and stuff as well, so I did them last year. And then kept it quite a clean look, to be honest. Did all the custom dials, so I designed them so it says turbo and Supra, etc. Yeah. And it's got a 10,000 ref limit as well. And then I designed, so I thought it'd be a good idea before the petrol crisis. See the petrol gauge, that's how many litres it goes through. So I thought that'd be fun, but then when you realise how many litres you're using is not a good idea. You realise how much petrol you're actually using. Seemed a good idea at the time.
Can we pop the bonnet in a minute?
Of course, yes.
Some pretty bits in there. Again, more carbon.
Yes, more carbon. Carbon.
So obviously you've gone for the single turbo conversion. So how does it drive compared to, I think these were sequential turbos, weren't they? So you had the small one kick in and then the second one.
Yes, so standard wise you get the two turbos, so the first one kicks in and the second one kicked in. But what we did at GM Imports when I first got this is we got the Civex on it, and then we actually, there's a thing you can do to join them together, so it actually almost acts like a single turbo, which actually felt real nice. And don't be wrong, at 400 brake, I actually drove lovely. And the only funny thing is, I actually did the body kit first. So because I had the big kit, the big wing, and when people ask you, oh, how much power you got? When you say 400, they kind of get disappointed and walk away, and you're like, right, I need big power. And then being in a big single turbo in my friend's car, you're like, right, I need a big turbo. So yeah, twin turbos are lovely driving. Don't be wrong, if it was a daily car using it all the time, twin turbos are a lovely setup. But just for that sheer, you can't beat a single turbo Supra, especially a single turbo 2JZ. There's nothing, except an RB26 and obviously other engines, but it's just the noise and the feeling you get. And this, when the boost comes in, it's just,
does it all come in at once? And it's all
it starts spooling. It's actually, even for the size of the turbo, it's not a massive turbo, so it's a BorgWarner S366, so it's a 66mm, had it all rebuilt, etc., and got all the bits and bobs on it. So it starts spooling just over 2,000 revs, and maybe 4,000 revs you got full boost. And it actually, it just launches you forward. It actually grips really well. So it's been set up. The guy that's done all the mapping on it, Chris, has done a really good job of it. So there's actually, you'd think there'd be a lot of drama, but I mean, it is drama, but it's not like trying to kill you.
Yeah, not trying to kill you.
Even in second gear, as soon as you hit boost, you're just getting flung forward, and it actually goes really, really well. So no, I love driving it. It's the smells, and when you're driving as well, it's not like horrible pops and bangs. You get nice big bangs from it, but you get big 6-foot flames out it as well.
They're natural pops and bangs, aren't they? They're not it's actually fabricated.
It's not. It does have anti-lag, but even just a general overrun. Yeah. So especially at night time, you can actually, through the wing mirror, you can actually see them coming out the exhaust, and you literally get like 6-foot flames. And it's nothing. It's funny because when I first did the big turbo and got it all mapped again, I took my partner out. When Emma first went in it, she enjoyed it. She's a bit scared of the speed now because it's quite fast, obviously, but she actually loved the big flames coming out the exhaust. She thought it looked amazing. Yeah, it's the drama it gives you, just all the different noises of the different bits and bobs. Yeah. That's the best bit, my favourite bit about it.
And they sound amazing, didn't they? 2JZs.
Oh yeah.
So we talked through the body kit, the looks of the car, the wheels, the chassis, the interior, the amazing engine. But is there anything else you've got planned in the future?
So I'm 50-50. I do it every year. So half of me thinks, right, sell this, get something else, because I've had it for 11 years. But then when I start driving this again and come to the shows and I just love it. And I'm like, right, no, I need to go to the next step. But the next step is a lot of money. So where it is just now, most people think I'm finished. that you're not. You're never finished as a project. For me personally, definitely want to get it painted. I mean, it looks okay for a 30-year-old car, but I definitely want to get full car painted, get the underside proper restored. So I've had it as a basic restoration, but I'll get every nut and bolt changed. And then if I want to keep it, then I'll build the engine. And then, like I said, just now, 720 brake, I mean, it is fast enough, but you're always bored. You always want that next level. You get bored of it, do it too quick. So I think 8850 be a nice number, which you could probably get as is, but there's no point to blow up the engine. So I think building the engine, making it about 8850. If I keep it. But yeah, I'm gonna 50-50. I probably won't sell it. I say I'm gonna sell it, but it'll never happen. I can't. I've got too much bond to it. I'll probably go with me when we're 6-4 type thing.
Don't sell it.
Yes.
I had one. I sold it. I regret it.
Yes,
so you don't want
every Supra owner that I've ever spoke to that sold it, maybe got a GTR, X, Y, and Z. They've then went, oh no, I wish I'd got it. And then they're trying to look for a Supra. And the problem with me is, I bought that 11 years ago, so I bought it when it was cheap.
Yeah.
If I was to sell that, I couldn't justify paying 60, 70, 80 grand for a Supra. I just couldn't do it. If I was spending that money, I'd buy like an R8 V10 or something a bit more special, well, a modern special car. But yeah.
Okay, well, that's been Ross's Mk4 Supra. And if you want to keep up with Ross's build, you're on Instagram, aren't you? It's Ross_Supra.
Supra, yep, dead easy. Yep, thank you.
So do that. Let us know what you think of this car in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe and share. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Thanks, Jules. All right.